DuckTales, Season 1, Episode 19. Who is Gizmoduck?
Venting Crackshell Cabrera.
No. Thanks for spoiling it.
Oh, we all knew this already.
Hey. John dies at the end.
Nobody dies at the end.
But
Mark Beaks just snapped his fingers and then everybody turned to dust.
oh no.
You know, I could totally see him doing that. Probably
He
for
gets that golemness about him.
He doesn't care. It's like, will this get me Instagram followers? No, he probably wouldn't. He wouldn't do that because his Instagram followers would be cut in half.
True.
Or his equivalent.
No, he would snap his fingers and everybody who doesn't follow him on Waddle will disappear.
Yeah.
Everybody who's given him a thumbs down turns to dust.
And then he wonders, why is society brought come down? I eliminated all the bad people.
Pretty much, because he is a narcissist.
Yep.
Straightforward, 100% narcissist.
There's your social media. That's social media for you. Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of them are. It's like, oh, you disagree with me, or you disagree with my ideology. It's like, nope, you must be gotten rid of.
It reminds me of that one meme of, honey, come to bed. I can't. There's somebody wrong on the internet.
There's always somebody wrong on the internet.
Yeah, the name's usually Madrock.
Hey, you know I'm sexy.
See? He's wrong again.
Anyway, so yeah, he's an interesting character in that, you know, we actually have kind of an interesting personalities.
I'm pretty sure he's basically the duck version of Elon Musk. Or at least that's what he's intended to be.
He's got less of an ego than that. Like, he seems completely, you know, sort of, he's obsessed with being, you know, doing all the tech stuff and being the superhero sort of thing. He likes helping and just, which makes him, you know, an interesting assistant.
No, I was talking about Mark Beaks still.
Oh, Mark Beaks. Okay, I thought you were talking about.
Yeah. No.
Moving on to Gizmo.
No, Gizmo is... Fenton is adorable.
Yeah.
Poor Fenton. Although his mama must have had him young, because she does not look old enough.
Yeah, that's probably that's not. But
and
even if she did, she certainly worked hard because she raised him and
became a detective.
Yeah, made it to detective. Unless, you know, and that seems like alone, but that's just because we don't know. I mean, we haven't seen a father, but that doesn't mean that one doesn't exist.
In the original, he didn't have a father.
Yeah, that's, you know, so assuming that, you know, but again, assuming, but.
Hey, you leave Ming out of it.
Who's Ming?
I don't know, but stop turning him into an ass with you.
I am not a donkey. Oh. Yeah, and he still has he still has access. He takes the suit and joins Waddle, but it doesn't
That
quite.
would technically be considered corporate espionage.
Well, stealing. He stole the suit essentially, and
Exactly.
then
Brought
took it.
it to a competitor.
Yeah. So theft and espionage to an extent, but it didn't seem like Beaks ever never took the opportunity to really, dissect it. He just sort of slapped on the controller panel and just said, I don't need to actually figure out how it works. I just need to use it.
True.
Because this isn't Waddle's, production. This isn't what, they do as a business. It's like not part of our business model. But I'll do it anyway. I'll just use what's already here.
Yeah.
Of course, he probably couldn't anyway.
Yeah, he is smart enough to create a control device for a machine that he doesn't know the specifications for to actually find the correct frequencies. But he is dumb enough not to think of, analyzing it so he can create his own.
Yeah, it may be that he's got the chops for the software, but he doesn't really have the chops for hardware.
Yeah.
Because, what did he... And basically all of his major things have been software related. It's like his, the driver thing was just another rejected McDuck Corporation thing. It was the bulb thing. The bulb bot.
Bulb tech.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bulb tech. Bulby.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just bulb tech with a, the new thing on it. It's like, and then,
I made it look cooler.
Yeah, he doesn't ever actually make anything new. He just sort of rebrands
cooler.
it or, puts a control program on it.
True.
But and realize the flaw in trying to have onboard, having, this onboard CPU that could only handle so much at a time. It's like, no, just direct.
Use your brain.
Yeah, direct.
That sounds exceedingly dangerous.
Yes.
Use your brain. Wire the machine directly into your brain. Yep. And have a 10-year-old do it.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he wasn't asking the kid from Turbo, but still.
But
couldn't help it. And Madrox's like, stop talking Powerade, you dick.
No, I'm just laughing because like a moment ago, it sounded like one of you was hitting a bong.
No, I was using the. I'm in the hotel for my convention. I was using the coffee maker to make mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I used the coffee maker to boil the water, pour the water into the taters.
Ah. I just had this image of putting those little potato pearls in like coffee filters in the top of it.
No. It's one of those that have. It's one of those that those one cups that you just put the little drawer into it that has the coffee pod.
Mhm.
But if you don't put the drawer in, it just boils water, which I'm going to be using extensively this weekend for my tea because there's a fridge so I can bring my milk.
Cool.
Yeah. I have very fine mashed potatoes. They go through the filter.
Which taters, precious? Which taters, eh?
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes.
Hey, look, circle.
What?
Tangent again. Tangent again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Which probably, given the icon, it was probably loosely, and the the unpredictability of it. It seems to me that possibly the onboard Jarvis was bulb tech.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
It was
it
bulby.
was because he
It
pulled
was
out the
bulby.
bulb. It's like, really? This is bulb tech?
not only that, but I mean, the little icon that.
Yeah, that was what I was talking about at first.
Mhm.
But then I remembered he did pull out a bulb, and I was like,
Yeah.
really? This rampaging AI that you can never get right.
Hey,
You put
hey.
that in charge of your.
He fixed it, remember? He replaced it. He replaced the wattage, and now he's good. Now he's his sidekick that sits on his shoulder and is waggling his finger at Gyro, which I don't blame him. I do it too.
So yes, I have to think.
Still
But
faulty
I
as all
think
get
a
out.
little dark A.
Because Gyro's a dick. I mean, I liked Gear Loose in the original, but like I said last time, Fenton is basically the original Gear Loose, so they needed to come up with a new personality for him, and they decided on Dick.
Yeah. Because that's what plays off of the that
Smart sidekick best. The Mousie smart sidekick better.
Yes, because then you sort of you sort of pity him. It's like a little puppy dog that just constantly getting kicked.
Mm-hmm.
He only means well, but he just keeps getting kicked by this guy.
I did like the throwback to the original Gizmoduck movie. The way he originally ended up gaining the powers, because he was actually kind of an incompetent in the original. He had no technical know-how whatsoever. It just happened that his expletive, like succotash.
Yeah.
His was blathering blatherskites, which is why he ended up getting the thing. Because Gearloose, the original Gearloose, was like, I'm just going to pick some random activation phrase. Let's see, something nobody in their right mind would use. Blathering blatherskite, that sounds good. And so Fenton walks by, and it's just like, oh, blathering blatherskites, and then ends up with the suit on him. So that scene in the bank where he's trying to get it in, and he's just like, oh, blathering blatherskites. Oh, oops. Was a nice little throwback to that. They had another 90s Disney fan service. They had the Mighty Ducks mask on there.
Sorry, what?
In the bank robbery, they had the Mighty Ducks mask on one of them.
Was it a duck just wearing a hockey mask?
Yeah, but that design of hockey mask is from the Mighty Ducks cartoon series.
I suppose. But
and then of course Scrooge robbing a bank. looking like a Beagle Boy was so blatantly obvious. And Fenton would make Scrooge proud with his, now these polo shirts. Could you actually play polo in them? And when you say, and how much money do you need to have to start an account? Is no money good?
Yeah. And it's an interesting thing at the end with Scrooge basically having his own paid private security vigilante out there.
Pretty much.
It's like, yeah, from our perspective, from the side of it's the same thing as the from the side of Batman or something like that. It's like, yes, you're just a vigilante. You're a vigilante. It's you're a billionaire with a vigilante in an armor suit. It's like you're Iron Man, but from the if you look at it from anybody else's direction, it's just a more accident-prone Iron Man.
Pretty much. And Darkwing Duck is a more accident-prone Batman.
Yeah.
True.
Which is basically what he's based off of anyway.
Yeah. Though technically now he is fictional within the DuckTales universe.
True.
The actor isn't, but the story is.
Yeah.
But
The money's on fire. All the money's on fire. Money doesn't burn that well. Although,
and that's
I
why
mean, the marble
that's why Scrooge
ceiling-
keeps all his money in the form of gold coins. Gold
Yeah.
doesn't burn.
yeah, but I mean, even cash doesn't burn as easily as they're making it seem to be.
It is
But
basically denim, so it's
Besides, I mean, the
Or is it
marble
denim,
in
or is
the
it linen
walls
cotton
caught
mix?
fire. The
What?
marbles and the marble and the walls and ceiling were on fire. So I mean, I guess it must have been a pretty strong accelerant to cause stone to burn.
Yeah, there is a that is the thing that when people are doing fires, they're just like, yeah, this burns. It's like, no, that doesn't burn. That's stone. You might you might scorch it, like put some scorch it, but like put some like soot on it. Might
Blow a hole
stain the
through it.
surface with the rest of the thing burning, but you're not going to actually burn that.
Oh, and Fenton's a lefty.
Cool.
He's left-handed. The finger pen was on his left hand. And that is really actually, especially if you're used to writing normally, writing with your fingertip is not as easy as it seems.
Well, you got no leverage to write with your finger. It's just you can't, like, it's harder. You have to guide it with your whole arm and brace it against other fingers. It's really not a very useful thing.
Exactly. Although having a pen on hand at all times is kind of useful.
Yeah.
But then you'd have to have like paper hand or something.
No, like it gets the paper out of the same place it gets the pies.
Yeah, but that would end up so sticky.
Think of it as a seal of authenticity. Why is this autograph sticky?
Is that lemon meringue? Really? I thought it was rhubarb. Darn it.
That'd be a completely different color. Lemon meringue, yellow. Rhubarb, red. Good. So, we have the origin story of Gizmoduck. Well, as a full-fledged superhero instead of just an accidental, momentary superhero. It's like, yes, he was momentarily there, and then they stopped him, and now he's doing it officially. Officially,
Yeah.
unofficially.
Well, I mean,
Which is
Scrooge
interesting
himself is a
that
vigilante.
What?
Scrooge himself is a vigilante.
Yeah, in his own way. But the interesting thing is also, his mom's a detective. He's a vigilante. If there ever was sort of a Dark Knight where, we have to catch Gizmoduck. We have to bring him in. We have to bring in that vigilante. It's like,
it's going to end up being kind of a Commissioner Gordon's Barbara Gordon issue.
like,
Batgirl.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'd forgotten the name Batgirl for a second there.
Okay, I was like, yes, I'm aware of what Barbara Gordon was. And then she was Oracle. But
yep.
Depends all on continuity, because there's about 15 different continuities of how that works out.
I liked the series Birds of Prey, okay?
Well, I'm not making a comment on Birds of Prey, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know shit about the comics, so.
Well, yeah, there's just the continuities. Yeah. And every few years, they just sort of burn the whole thing down and start over, it seems.
Kind of like what they're doing with ponies.
Well, I don't know how much they're going to do that without getting... Before we get too sidetracked on ponies, we can talk about ponies later. We can put that in a separate thing. Do we have anything left on who is Gizmoduck?
Let's see. He's somewhere around here, but where? You're loose and Hughie looking for Gizmoduck, and they're right next to him. I'm like, that is me exactly when I'm looking for my phone.
Except for your phone doesn't have pie throwing abilities.
No, but it can beep if I have my watch, but I keep forgetting my watch at home, so that's not useful. You should always read the fine print before signing up for something like that. Although it seems like he didn't have a signature or a handshake on that, so Beaks basically is holding him captive. Which I'm pretty sure is illegal, even if he is getting paid for it. Wobble duck jobs, marriage counselor, painting gold like in Titanic, which is gross and creepy. Besides, what if he can't paint?
Yeah, it comes down to, you've got to do all these things for people, and it's like, what if you can't? I mean, he seems to be surprisingly adept at many different things.
And then being Louies Slave. Being Louies Slave because Louis is a lazy bitch. I need you to toss that in the trash. It says my faith in you. Waddle Duck, you're not a hero. You're a sellout. So go ahead. Throw away my faith in you. In the recycling, you monster. That just defines Hughie right there. Sailor Moon style transformation of Mark Beaks.
Yeah.
That was creepy.
Yeah. And correctly, it doesn't fit quite as well.
You must install the app.
Yeah. Mark Beaks says his music sucks. He is really gay for Gizmoduck. Hey, I'm stuck on the roof. I'm gonna need you to send another helicopter. What do you mean, use the stairs? You see, this is why Louis should have been. This is why Louis should have been in the Mark Speaks episode, not Dewey, because that is just totally Louis right there. Ooh, I'm rich. I don't have to do anything. Would you like to vent excess energy with self-detonation? Yeah, whatever. Initiating self-detonation.
No, I prefer the self-defecation thing.
I think he did that too.
That would be a mess in the suit.
I think either one would be a mess in the suit.
Yeah.
Well, make a mess of the suit or make a mess in the suit.
True. And Hughie and his badges. That's a robotics badge and a velocity badge right there. Velocity badge.
I'm certain he has plenty enough to go fight the Elite Four.
Yeah. See if you can get some money out of him. He's loaded. Yeah, I see where Fenton gets it. And that's not a smart idea, putting the suit on while in full body cast.
Yeah, no, that's gonna cause problems.
Yeah, when they told him to do that, I'm like, no. Ouch.
Yeah, I've never broken a bone, but I can imagine.
Neither have I, but I have like sprained my ankle enough times and my wrist, and this like even that's a bitch. I would not know. Also, I don't think Gizmoduck is a valid name for him to put on checks. Go into the thing saying, hey, I'm Gizmoduck, let me sign this. That signature sure looks like fentanyl. Yeah, oh, sorry, Gizmoduck. There we go. Do you have some form of identification?
I'm a 7-foot tall cybernetic
I'm Gizmoduck.
duck machine put together. Do I need identification? There's not a lot of me running around.
There was that whole Waddle Duck incident. I'm gonna need to see some identification. Pretty sure you should have just said his real name. And that's all I have for that one.
Okay.
Aside from more rants about how much of a dick Beaks is, but we've already established that.